Hey everyone, welcome back to our kitchen. My name is Emily and this is Lauren. We're two of Festival's nutrition experts. So stuffing is one of those things that goes hand in hand with the holidays, and today we're making a fun and unique twist on stuffing.
Yes, so we're working with Crunchmaster crackers to bring you Crunchmaster cracker stuffing bites. So a little bit unique twist on traditional stuffing, which as you mentioned, everybody loves stuffing around the holidays. And these are kind of fun because they're bites. So they're individual portion sizes, and what's also unique about this recipe is that it's gluten-free.
But you can't tell that it's gluten-free.
No. They're delicious.
good.
Everybody will love them, but particularly if you have somebody come into your holiday party or gathering that has to eat gluten-free, this is the perfect stuffing solution, and it's actually pretty simple.
Yeah, definitely. So before we even jump into mixing our stuffing bites, we started by making some breadcrumbs, or croutons rather. What we did was we cut up a gluten-free bread loaf into bite-sized pieces and tossed it with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then tossed it in the oven for about 15 minutes at 350 degrees, just until they got nice and toasted. Now we let them cool a little bit, and we're gonna add them to the base of our stuffing mix.
Yes, and if you don't need to eat gluten-free and just think this recipe sounds really great, you could certainly use just a regular white bread, a loaf of white bread, or whole grain bread, kind of whatever you have on hand. Our sprouted grain bread from our bakery would work well
that would
too.
be delicious.
So whatever you have on hand, you can use.
All right, we're gonna add a little bit of butter because everything's better with a little bit of butter.
Holidays and butter, they just go together.
A little bit of egg that we just whisked up.
This will help keep everything together, keep our little bites together.
Yep. Some vegetable broth. More flavor. Pine nuts for a little bit of crunch. Just delicious in here.
Yeah.
A little bit of diced onion.
Smells delicious.
Some green onion, so lots of flavor there. Garlic and parsley.
Nice fresh flavors
Lots
with
of
the
fresh
parsley.
flavor. And then our last two ingredients, we actually, like you said, we're working with Crunchmaster cracker, and we are going to use their rosemary and olive oil variety. You can find a bunch of different varieties in our deli department.
Yeah, and you could use whatever variety you prefer. We just really like the flavor profile of this cracker in particular with all the other flavors we have going on here.
So we just crush them up in the bag, and we're going to add them.
So it's kind of a fun ingredient to add to stuffing because it does give it a little bit of crunch.
Yep.
And they're whole grain too, so we're keeping with the whole grain theme, which we like too.
Absolutely. And then our last ingredient is just some dried cranberries. We really like this variety from our natural and organic department. They're sweetened with apple juice, which is a little unique, and they just tend to be a little bit more plump than some of the other varieties. So we really like to add them for a little bit of flavor in these stuffing bites.
So our next step is going to be to mix this all together with our hands. So I'm going to wash my hands real quick, and then we can get moving on adding.
Absolutely. So while she's washing her hands, I just wanted to talk a little bit about entertaining with allergies. So I am gluten-free myself, and I also need to eat dairy-free. So I know when I first started with my special diet, I knew it was a little challenging for my family. So something that I always like to do when I'm going to a party is offer to bring a dish that I know I can eat and that everyone else will enjoy. And this is a perfect dish for that. This is also a great dish to have someone make if they're hosting, because you can make them portion controlled. They're not really going to be cross-contaminating anywhere, as long as you're making them in a separate area or cleaning in between dishes.
Yeah, so this looks pretty good here. You want to move on to our next step?
Move a little bit. So just gonna spray a muffin tin with some nonstick cooking spray, and move over here and start filling our muffin tray with our stuffing mix.
I just love that these are portion controlled too, because a lot of times we have several different parties or different places to be during the holidays. So if there is somebody in particular that needs to eat this, or this is their stuffing, you can freeze these, you can refrigerate these. They keep really well because they are just portion controlled dishes.
And they taste great the day or as leftovers as well.
Oh yeah, really easy to reheat.
Yep. All right, let's put a little bit more. All right, and then you just stick this in the oven again at 350 for about 30 minutes or until the tops get nice and golden brown. But we actually have some ready.
So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Get you a plate here, Emily.
Oh, thank you. Move this out of it.
And how awesome do these look?
Oh, they look so delicious.
And super easy to grab. And we need Emily to be our taste tester because
I'm
she's the
excited.
pro here for these types of flavors and dishes.
So many holiday flavors going on here. Delicious.
And you feel good because you can have stuffing too, just like everybody
Absolutely.
else around the holidays. Well, we hope you give this fun and festive stuffing cup recipe a try at your next holiday celebration.
And from the festival family to yours, we wish you a happy and healthy holiday season.